Hi, George. This is Laura Abels, and I really enjoyed listening to your blog. First of all, I'm sorry to hear about your disability that you had in 2012. I hope you're doing better. Um, and I like the way that you notice the difference between the male and the female counselors and how they responded. That was a good thing for me to look at because being a female, we are going to respond obviously more emotional and put more thoughts and feelings in it. And I like the way you said that the men were more laid back, which is a good place to be. I find myself as I'm counseling that I tend to agree a lot and have, saying yes before they're even done. And listening to you say that reminds me that I really need to be quiet, a little more laid back, and just let them share their emotions without any interference from me. And then agree when I need to and be quiet when I need to. Being Italian, that's hard for me to do, but I'm really learning to do that a lot. My husband and I both do marriage counseling. We're both pastors, and we have found that's the hardest thing to do is to be quiet and let them talk. And I'm constantly hitting my husband's knee, like, let him talk. So showing the difference between that, I'm very glad that you said that because it's going to make me more aware of not putting as much feeling, but be a little more laid back and let that atmosphere be at peace for them to be able to share. Also, when you said about the homesick video that he used a lot of ums and yeses, I listened to my last video that I did here, and I did the same thing. I really need to learn not to use the dead space with ums and yeses. So I'm going to work on that. I also noticed that your question as to how to deal with clients that don't want to be in our offices, maybe forced, like you said, through the courts or teenagers. And we've dealt with the marriage counseling that, normally it's the husband that doesn't want to be there. And my husband would say they would come in like they were going to fight him, like their arms crossed and sat down as far away as they could, and just very obstinate. And my husband would, is not, he's not a real strong man, and he would be intimidated by some of the guys that come in. But then by the end of the time, they realized that this was a safe place. And really, to be honest with you, we show in marriage counseling that it's just as much as the wife's fault as it is theirs, because they're thinking that they're going to be coming in being beat up on. And once they realize that it's not all their fault and that there's going to be, blame on both sides and work on both sides, then they seem to relax, and they actually are coming in arms open. They get closer. They're not so distant. So I appreciate that you brought that to our attention too, is how to handle people that don't maybe want to be there. And that is something that we're going to deal with. And I'm glad that you brought that up. And I hope that you have a blessed day and have a great day. God bless you.